So today is February 1st, 2022. I'm starting to wonder, are we having a food shortage? Especially on eggs, chicken, and beef. Of course, when we have a shortage on beef, we also have a shortage on milk and butter and cheese. But this is what the shelf is looking like. I'm right now at Whole Foods, the Whole Food store. Maybe it's running low on supplies. Maybe it's not a food shortage. Or is it? Well, according to the sign, maybe it is. Let's take a look at the meats. All right, so here's the meat section. So I wanted to buy some organic chicken. Of course, they're out. I haven't had chicken in about 6 months, so thought about getting something up in me, but can't get any because they're on sale. They're sold out. They have a few left, but it's very overpriced. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass up on that today. So here's the beef section here, and I grabbed some ground beef already, but I guess I'll go and take these last two. Might as well, right? Anyway, y'all, so this is what the shelves are looking like today in Dallas, Texas. Actually, Arlington, Texas. At Whole Food store, February 1st, 2022.
Alright, Shalom, Makim. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rahai Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I'd like to say Shalom to the elect that teaches word on true faith and sincerity. And today, pretty much want to get into a lesson on concerning the famine, which that's a major plague that's going to be used in this lifetime. A time where everything is literally at your fingertips. That's the actual literal saying now, by the way of an app, from Grubhub to DoorDash, all the way down to somebody ordering box, and all these things will come to your doorsteps, man. So how much more when these things are suddenly taken away, and this is ultimately the medicine for pride. That's one of the medicines for pride is that famine, man. So matter of fact, let's start out with this in the book of Revelation 18. Hey, because there was a point in time you could actually say get a breath of fresh air. At one point in time, that was a literal saying. But since the devil has, came in power and destroyed the earth, that can only be taken in a figurative way now, through the chemtrails and plethora of other things that, such as, these vehicles and shit. So you can't even say a literal saying, a breath of fresh air, but you can say you have everything at the tip of your fingers. Just download the app, So this is Revelation 18 itself. It says, how much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously. See? And they're talking about these Americans. They boast in being an American. And they living deliciously. And that word delicious ain't there for that. Because they are living, compared to these other countries, such as these third world countries, it's two polar opposites. Where certain countries, they still have to go draw water. So the only thing you got to do is get up and turn on a faucet, man, and water come out. And we all grew up with that. Even when the water was cut out, it was a certain disappointment when it came with it. But the point is that we able to turn a faucet and water come out compared to these other countries. you know, and a plethora of other things that contribute to the pride of these people, man. It says, so much torment and sorrow give her, so the deliciousness is going to be traded in with sorrow. You know, keeping your air on 72 degrees all year round. There's going to be a point when the power outage comes, whether it be in the winter or the summer, it's not going to be pleasing, man. You know, when them apps stop working, when Wendy's shut down, when you only depending on Piggly Wiggly to get your food, these things are gonna be suddenly taken away, man. So that living deliciously is gonna be traded for torment and sorrow. It says, for she said in her heart, I said a queen, then am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. And that's the mindset of these people. Start with these elites, you know, but they have trickled down to just the American people. Just by them saying they got a 10-year plan, by the end of this, they're gonna have this done. And once the pandemic over with, they're gonna do this. That's the mindset of these people, man. You know? But this is the kicker right here. It says, therefore, shall her plagues come in one day. See, these plagues is a period of time, which we in that period of time, the beginning stages of this, where these plagues are springing forth. It says death and mourning and famine. See? These are the things Yahweh Shema Shah is going to bring forth. And death and mourning, that's a broad statement when it says death. Because in this time, ain't no cap to death, ain't no limits to it. You know, they're saying it's 1,000 ways to die. Well, it is more than that in this lifetime. Because now you can die from a car accident, to a light pole, to the jail, to a mechanical dog. So death, that's a broad statement because any and everything gonna kill these people in this lifetime. From their bad diet, too much Grubhub, all that shit gonna kick in, man. You know? It said, and famine, because that's a major plague right there. That gonna stand out. And there's plenty of time the Lord, that was the go-to weapon, the famine. You know? It says, and she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, who judgeth her. See, so the icing on the cake is that fire. You know, those missiles, man. But as you can see, one of the things that stuck out was that famine. You know? And that's what's coming, man. We in the beginning stage, it's only going to intensify. Let's get that in the book of 2nd Esdras, the 16th chapter. Shalakia. 2nd Esdras 16, verse 18. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, see? Because we're in the beginning stages of these things, because it's an article on it. You can watch a news clip concerning the sorrows that's taking place throughout the world. You know? It says the beginning of famine and great death. See, famine and great death is in the same, pretty much in the same breath, man. Because that famine is going to cause great death. And that word great right there means it's going to be at its highest degree. So a big part of the masses of the people dying is going to be because of that famine, man. Because everything is centered around food and sex. Because you ain't getting no boss tonight, I bet you're going to get you a 6-piece chicken finger. One or the other, or both. You know? Because, everything is centered around food and sex. From a motherfucker dying, you're going to see what you're going to get to eat, to a motherfucker being born, a graduation, a breakup, whatever. You got two options to console how you feeling. And that's going to be by the way of food or sex. And most likely food, because, like I said, that DoorDash, man, 15 minutes or less. But all these things are going to suddenly be taken away. But as you can see, it said the beginning of it. So that means it's going to the only thing it do is grow and intensify. You know, just going back to the clip, you seen a few items that were still there. You still able to get some. But after a while, they had the little sign, you can only get 2 items. Otherwise, it's going to be 1. And then after that, now the military dishing it out. Then you're gonna get to the point you ain't gonna have no food at all. You're gonna be looking at your homeboy or your little one as the next meal. These are the things that's coming upon the planet Earth. And they already here, it's only gonna intensify. You know? It says the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? See, so we in the beginning stage, so that lets you know the ending is going to be great. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a moment. See, so these are sent as whips. You know, it's just the Lord. This is how the Lord whips you. By the way, these plethora of plagues for us to consider, man. You know, that's why I continue on to say, but for all these things, they should not turn from their wickedness, nor always be mindful of the scourges. See, because you could have a nigga with he actually acknowledge, oh, here is a damn, ain't no much food left. You know, he's noticing that the groceries, the stocks, they ain't stocking up as they once did. Can't get his favorite Debbie cakes. You know, he acknowledges these things, but he's not mindful of the scourge. He's not considering that this is to get right with Yahweh Shema. So he actually become more of a nigga. He find another grocery store to find them cakes and become more of a nigga. You know, but the point is, these are scourges. These are the plagues Yahweh Shema is going to send to compensate for the pride and, you know, the madness that's going on. This is the only way this is going to be fixed. These things got to come upon the planet, because if not, these people are only going to get worse, man. You know, so matter of fact, let's get this in the book of 2 Esdras 8, verse 50. It says, for many great miseries. See, that word great right there again, because these things in this lifetime is going to play out at its highest degree. From, you know, that sword being played out, we're going to actually see the sword. That's why you have everything has been upgraded from guns to tanks, all the way up to the missiles, man. You know, those miseries are going to be great as well. The plague of the mind, you know, and also add famine, because cannibalism is going to come back. See, that's when it's going to get bad, when you look to another human. You know what I mean? And even in that, they might look down at their arm and it look like a turkey leg to them. That's what's about to take place, man. It says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world. See, the one that subscribes to this system, because they have walked in great pride. And they have walked in great pride, meaning what? Their way of life, pretty much, they did it with, you know, without fear, man. The decision makings, you know, what they say, what they do, they doing it not in fear of Yahweh Shema Shai. That's why I said at the beginning of pride is one when he turned from his maker. You know, you're not considering the Lord say this is wrong. You know? So that's why these things have to take place. But and it lets you know also who's in rulership. Because it tells you, as the judge of the people, so are his officers. As the city, just the judge of the city, so are the people, man. You know? So why is pride is the thing here in this lifetime? Because the pride is ruling, the Edomites. You know? But matter of fact, I just wrap it up with this, because this is gonna be the medicine for pride. Just going back, starting with the video. This is the medicine for pride. That famine. So let's just end off with this, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8, verse 3. And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger. See, so this is how Yahweh Shai, one of the many forms the Lord will humble you. And it said he's gonna suffer thee to hunger. And that happened, in the wilderness. But it is gonna play out in this lifetime here in America, man. He's gonna humble these people by suffering them to hunger. And it tells you it's better to die by the sword than die by the famine, man. Because that famine is more of a psychological torture as well, man. And it lets you know there's different levels of death as well, man. Because you getting shot in the head, you'd rather go through that than be suffering for the 21 days of hunger, man. You know? And it can be longer than that because ain't no discharge in this battle. You can't just say, you know what I mean? The Lord can keep the spirit in you, man. But it says, and he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger. See? So that's the point right there, man. That's how the Lord, that's one of the many ways the Lord will humble you, is suffering you to hunger, man. And that's what's about to take place. This great humbling is about to take place, and that's going to be through the famine. So yeah, I just hope to edify and let to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakodash. I let give double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Shalom to the elect that sees your word on true faith and sincerity. DTA, abide with all. Sown.